It's 2021. And we're still talking about this movie. Alright guys, how we doing? And I know I'm like 5 years late to this, but I want to talk about Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and why I hate it. And if you've got a different opinion to me, that's absolutely fine. Comment down below and let me know. I would love to have a discussion with you all about it. And remember to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. But Batman v Superman, okay, so for a little bit of context, at the time, I hadn't really seen any DC movies for quite a while, probably since The Dark Knight. And I was so excited for Batman v Superman. This was getting me back into DC. Wasn't too fussed about Man of Steel, but I saw a poster for this in the movie theatre and I was like, damn, I'm so excited for this. Batman and Superman coming together for the first time in live action on the big screen, and they're gonna fight. And I went with a few mates of mine and we were all buzzing, and by the time the movie ended, we were all sort of like, what the hell was that? And my opinion on this movie has soured over time. I remember kind of enjoying it the first time, but I was going to make a video today on the worst movies of all time, and I included Batman v Superman in that, and as soon as I started making notes on it, I realised it deserves a video all in itself. So for me, the main problem with this film, and the DC universe as a whole, because I love the DC universe, I think it's incredible. Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Birds of Prey, Shazam, Aquaman, I really enjoy those. Even Justice League in some parts. I like the universe. I don't think it's fair to compare it to Marvel because they're doing a different thing. I enjoy the DC universe. But the main issue with it for me and with this movie is the characterization of the likes of Batman and Superman. Now, Man of Steel paints Superman as this whiny kind of emo kid who doesn't really want to be Superman. And that's an instant problem because for a lot of it, it seems to be Henry Cavill just sort of standing around like, are you going to be Superman? Do you want to be Superman? Do you want to sort it out? I guess I'll do it. If no one else wants to do it, I guess I can do it. That is not Superman. I don't like how Superman doesn't really want to be Superman and he's not happy. And no one really seems to enjoy Superman in this universe. Superman's a beacon of hope, okay? If you watch the Christopher Reeve movies or you've read any of the comic books, the whole point of Superman is that everyone loves him. He's the definitive hero. He saves the day. That is Superman. In this, I hate him. I really do. He's not Superman. And if that was a standalone movie, you know, exploring a different side of Superman, fair enough. But this is your multi-movie universe, and you've started with a Superman that doesn't fit right. Then you got Batman. Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, to be fair, are great castings. They both could be great Batman and Superman. But Batman kills. Batman kills, and that's a fundamental misunderstanding of the character of Batman. Because if Batman kills in this movie, what's to stop him in another movie from just shooting the Joker in the head? Or grabbing the Penguin and punching him to death? There is nothing to stop him from doing that. Because if he's just going around shooting everyone, there is no stakes in anything. Because he can just do that anyway. So you've instantly limited the universe by having a Superman that nobody likes, and a Batman that kills, and is an aged Batman, which is interesting. I want to see different versions of the character, but that has stopped me from seeing so many stories in that Batman's arc, and it's very much rushed because they've gone, let's pick up Batman in the middle of all of this. He's been Gothaming for 20 odd years, which is interesting, but again, now I've missed 20 years of this guy's character, so I don't understand him. And also, that doesn't really make sense because in Man of Steel, everyone was like, well, what is this guy? What's going on? Why is Superman this? Why is things coming out of the sky? But if Batman's getting Gothaming for 20 years, surely the world is already aware of the random stuff that can happen and the aliens and the shooting and stuff. So that doesn't make sense at all. Suicide Squad, you got a guy who looks like a crocodile. So it doesn't fit in the universe that you've created. So instantly, the characterization of your main characters in your universe are wrong. How do you get that so wrong? It's Batman and Superman. They're what people go and see. They should be your ground peg to build a universe around. And you manage to kill their characters in one movie because you waste so many great storylines with them in one movie. By making Batman so old, you've then limited his character. By making Superman this guy that nobody likes, you've limited his character and he can't be doing the Supermaning that we know and love. And speaking of limiting the characters, you got Lex Luthor, who is played by Jesse Eisenberg, and I like Jesse Eisenberg. I think he's great in likes of Zombievers, but he's so miscast as Lex Luthor. He doesn't work. He's so quippy and like that, and it looks like Mark Zuckerberg in his suit and stuff, and he's so unhinged. That's not Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is scheming, smart, clever, because Lex Luthor can overthrow Superman, but he's just a rat human, and Superman can, you know, blow up a planet if he felt like it. But it's his brain that does it, and Lex Luthor in this, he's just an idiot. He really is. He goes on these public speeches and just rambles bollocks about, you know, different anecdotes and stuff, and he's so unhinged. How has no one gone, what is wrong with that guy? What's going on? Why are we listening to this guy? There's something not right there. How he's so unhinged. How does he put his shoes on in the morning? He's that mad. And he doesn't make sense as to how he's got this far in his career. And you've limited his character again because he's stupid and unlikable. And then he goes to prison, so you can't then have great storylines where Lex Luthor becomes the president or people invest in him and things like that. So what are you doing? This was only their second movie in, and instantly they've killed those storylines and the death of Superman, which is a huge story arc in the comic books with the likes of Doomsday and the 4 Superman of the Apocalypse. But you jam it in this one film at the end for no real reason, just cuz. And Doomsday looks atrocious. He looks nothing like Doomsday. And in that fight, everyone's an idiot because Batman, they send Doomsday to this island and there's a lot of like damage control with people talking about how many people died in Metropolis, that Superman was just smashing through buildings. And when Doomsday arrives, there's literally a scene when they're like, oh, he's gone to that island, but it's unpopulated. Oh, Doomsday's on that building, but it's okay because it's after like 6 p.m. and everyone's gone home. There's so much little lines like that, and it's like, just, you're over-explaining stupid stuff. That's like, if we start over-explaining that, again, your universe doesn't make sense because this is a universe when you've got, you know, a man falling out the sky and a guy who dresses up as a bat. So why are you explaining stupid stuff like that? But then they take Doomsday to this abandoned island, and then Batman's like, oh, but I've left the kryptonite thing over there. I'm going to take Doomsday back to the city so that I can get it. Why? You don't need to do that. You're an idiot. Just go back and get the spear and then come back to Doomsday. Don't take him to the city, to the people. You're an idiot, Batman. Why would you do that? The fight between Batman and Superman, first of all, it takes like 4 hours to get there. The movie is incredibly long, painfully long, in fact. There's too much in it, and the extended cut is even longer. But the fight is so underwhelming. It's over in like 5 to 10 minutes, and it ends with the infamous Martha! Save Martha! We both got a mum called Martha! Who thought of that? Whose idea was that? Who watched that and thought, that works? You can almost see it in Ben Affleck's eyes and in Henry Cavill's eyes in that scene. You can just see that even they're thinking, this is fucking stupid. This, like, we wouldn't end a fight with this. Batman is literally about to stab Superman in the chest. And that's how it ends. Like, why did you say that name? It's stupid. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill know it's stupid. We know it's stupid. So why didn't anyone say anything? And then Lois Lane runs in and, like, for no reason, Lois Lane in this is so annoying. She, like, falls off a building like 4 times, 5 times. Superman's just constantly saving her. And that's so irritating because she was quite a decent character in Man of Steel. But in this, she's literally just there to distract Superman. And in that final battle, when she goes underwater to try and get the kryptonite thing, first of all, why are you doing that? You're never going to survive that, Lois. You're a human being. But then Superman's about to kill Doomsday, and he can hear Lois Lane doing whatever she's doing, dying. And then he has to go and save her, and it's like, God, we've seen it like 5 times now. We get it. You're going to save her. Let's move on. Then there's the jar of piss. Again, why? That's such an odd inclusion in the movie. And, you know, surely Superman would smell the bomb? He'd smell the piss. Like, he can hear Lois Lane from across the city drowning, but he can't sense that there's a bomb in the room? They take Superman to court. That is ridiculous. Why would you take Superman to court? That makes no sense. Then it blows up and Superman just disappears. He runs away. Superman's not cowardly. Why would he run away? There's that whole odd plot about did Superman kill these people? And, like, it's stupid because they've been shot. They've been shot with guns. When have you ever seen Superman with an AK-47? Obviously he's not killed them. And we as the audience know that because we've seen it. So there's no suspense there for us. So they've shot it wrong, I feel. Because maybe if there was some suspense for the audience in did Superman kill those people? maybe that would be more interesting, but we know he didn't. And Lex Luthor, again, is an idiot because he's used bullets by his men that are LexCorp bullets. It only takes a detective to go, oh, they're LexCorp bullets. Well, obviously Lex Luthor's behind it. Or we should at least maybe question him. Obviously it's not Superman. If they were covered in like laser burns and been smashed through walls and that, maybe then you'd think, maybe Superman's done it. But not if they've been shot. Probably Batman. He's got that many guns in this film. The Justice League are introduced by an email. The Justice League. Are you kidding me? No wonder no one turned up to see Justice League. Because that's how you introduce them? Are you kidding me? And Lex Luthor must have designed those logos as well for likes of The Flash and Aquaman. And those shots are so awkward. Just the Flash running around a supermarket. Jason Momoa coming out of the bloody cave with his trident thing. And then there's the one of Cyborg being turned into Cyborg. And his dad's filming it to see what happens. And then as soon as he starts becoming Cyborg, the dad turns the camera off. And I know that's suspense for the audience, but why? That makes no sense for him to do that. Just cut the video short. God, there's so much stupid stuff in this movie. Zack Snyder is a good director, but he's wrong for the DC universe, I feel. Let's talk about the nightmare sequence, okay? That is shot stunningly, and it shows that Batman's gone too far. If that was the only time he'd killed, that'd be kind of interesting. But the nightmare sequence is brought on by the fact that Superman has become evil and destroyed the world, okay? And then that spurs Batfleck to form the Justice League, okay? That's his jumping off point. But by the end of the movie, Superman's dead. And then Batman's talking to Wonder Woman and he's like, I think we should form a team. And she's like, why? And he's like, just got a feeling. But what feeling? Because your feeling was associated to Superman destroying the world. But Superman's dead, so that's not going to happen. And if you don't believe he is dead, why did you bury him? You know? It's things like that there's just such a lapse in logic. You watch this movie, and if you think about it for any longer than 3 seconds, you realise how fucking stupid it is. So, I've just yelled at a camera for like 15 minutes, but there is good points in this film, I will acknowledge. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is fantastic. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and she is a good point in this movie. Her scenes, especially when she comes into the battle, and it's got that music, that's great, I love that. Even though Batman's then goes to Superman and he's like, Superman's like, is she with you? And Batman's like, oh, I thought she was with you. She's with you, Batman. You know she's with you. You sent her an email. Are you kidding me? Every shot in this movie is beautiful, okay? Every shot is worthy of a poster. Which is, you know, one of Zack Snyder's strengths. Every shot's so meaningful and stunning. And there's a lot of good ideas in the film. It's just they execute them poorly or they rush them. And this was definitely Snyder and Warner Brothers going, right, we need to catch up with Marvel a little bit. Because they've got a big universe and we've only got Man of Steel and a trilogy of Batman movies that are done. And for me, I think if they'd have built up to it and waited, if they'd give Batman a break as well, because there was no break between Bale and Batfleck. They retired Batman in the 90s because they used him too much and it killed the character. I think it would have been much better if they'd done Man of Steel, then a Wonder Woman, then maybe your Aquaman movie, your Man of Steel 2, and a Flash, and then you go into the Justice League. You know, and you have a Batman movie maybe come in just before the Justice League, or you have Batman come in at the end of the Justice League and he's like, I'm here, I'm Batman. You know, it just, there's so many ideas that are just rushed and wasted, and you can never do them again now. You can't do the death of Superman again, because you've done it. I've seen him die. So, you've kind of wasted that story, which is a great storyline. There's just no sense in it. There's no reason for Batman and Superman to really hate each other. It's one of those things where if they just sat down and had a discussion, probably wouldn't happen. But it wouldn't be an interesting movie, would it? No one would come and see a Man of Steel 2, or a Batman, or a Wonder Woman. Oh wait, they would. You don't need to rush this. I just don't think it's a movie that ever needed to be made, really. Because we've never seen Batman and Superman together on screen. So you can't instantly go with Batman v Superman. It's not like Civil War, okay? And I know I said I wouldn't compare to Marvel, but with Civil War, you've had years of those characters together as friends, as allies, and then they break up and go against each other. But this is the first time we've ever seen them on screen together. So why show them as enemies in their first movie outing? it's baffling. It really is baffling to me. Okay guys, that's my video for today, and if you do disagree with my opinions or anything I've said, that's absolutely fine. I think it's a fascinating movie because everyone has such different opinions about it, and I would love to hear them down in the comment section below, because one of my favourite things about videos like this is that I get to see a different perspective that you guys have, so I would be interested to see that. And what do you think Zack Snyder's Justice League cut is going to be like? Are you going to see it, or are you done with the DCEU? What is the next step? Do they reboot it? Do they carry on what they're doing with these solo movies? I'm quite interested to see where they go. But until the next time, guys, remember to subscribe as always and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading new stuff. Follow my Instagram, Billy_Low37, and remember to share this video with your friends if you enjoyed. Even if you didn't enjoy, share it anyway, and I massively appreciate it. But until the next time, guys, thank you for listening to me yell at you for 10 minutes, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.